Guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. I'm going to give you guys a chance to come into the conversation. This is interesting. This is some interesting stuff right here. Tariq Nasheed, a guy that I consider to be a friend that I respect. It was recently announced that Tariq was banned from entering into the United Kingdom. He can't show his film Hidden Colors 5 in the UK. I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't expect them to do something like that. I thought that was definitely unnecessary. But it is what it is. I mean, I guess it's their country. They can kind of do what they want. But I'd be, really curious to know the specifics in terms of why they chose to do this. I think it. I don't think it necessarily helps the country, particularly when you talk about the West and how the West works so hard to demonize other countries for lack of civil liberties, for basically doing things that are unfair toward women or different minority groups or whatever, human rights violations, things like that. I think that there's room to critique the fact that the UK, one of the Western countries where we have this so-called freedom, that they don't that they don't sort of practice what they preach, And last time I checked, I haven't seen anything come out of Tariq's mouth that has incited violence or done anything to threaten the national security of any country. I think that it's absolutely just wrong and unfair to do this. I think it's unfair to the people of Great Britain. And I think that people, in Great Britain should probably take a second to just think about what this really says about their country, worldwide. I mean, we could talk all day about, President Trump and actually President Trump, when I did research on who gets banned from Britain and why, actually there's a petition to actually ban President Trump from Britain. And do I agree with that? No, I don't. I think, I think this idea of banning people because they have views and ideas that you don't like, I think that's a very dangerous road to go down. And remember, we spent a lot of time condemning other societies and other cultures for engaging in that kind of behavior. So I think that a lot of Western countries kind of lose their moral high ground when they're running around just banning people left and right for any reason. So anyway, let me pull something up for you guys. And first of all, I want to say hello. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. I want to say good morning to everybody. Let's see here. DK, bless you for your teaching us so much. Well, bless you too. Hey, Rashonda and Jade and Chubb and Mary Lane from Dallas. Shout out your city. Shout out the city that you're coming from. I always like to see what cities you guys are coming from. And don't forget, I'll be in Los Angeles August 11th. So if you want to join me all day, I'll be teaching all day in a small group. If you want to network with other like-minded wealth builders, Black folks that have the right mentality, join us. You can go to drboycelosangeles.com and find out more. Feel free to go check that out. It's an all-day investment seminar, so there is an investment to make to be in the room, but you'll find it worthwhile. Everybody loves it. I haven't met a single person who had a negative thing to say about it, so I think you would love it too. So feel free, drboycelosangeles.com. But anyway, so I text Tariq and I was asking him about the ban. And just sort of and I was sharing an experience with him that I had with the United Kingdom. I don't know if you guys remember when I went there. I remember I got detained actually, and it was a lot like being in jail. They took me into a room. I couldn't call my family. I couldn't. I didn't know what was going to happen. I couldn't do anything, and I even tweeted about what was being done to me. And I remember they apparently were spying on me because they went and they said they found my Twitter. I didn't tell them that I even had a Twitter account. But they went and they said, well, we saw that you tweeted about this, so that's going to cause you big trouble and big problems, and they threatened to spy on me. They took my passport, and also I was pretty much rattled, from that experience, to the point where I was so pissed off that I was ready to go home. I was like, you know what, man, fuck these people. What the hell's wrong with you? And what was ridiculous about it was that the lady who was giving me all this grief was a Black woman, so it really just kind of speaks to the fact that you got coons in every country. The coon mentality is not restricted specifically to the United States. So that was my experience. And so anyway, it turns out that the UK, for some reason, is very strange. They just seem to like to ban people. And so I actually looked up a lot of people that are banned from the UK that you didn't know were banned from the UK. And so I'll just kind of go through a list and I'll try to see if I can figure out why. Snoop Dogg has been banned from the UK. Apparently, a fight broke out at Heathrow Airport in 2006 between British Airways staff and Snoop Dogg's crew after they denied him entry to the first class lounge. The altercation resulted in the rapper being arrested and denied a travel visa the following year, only to be allowed back 4 years later in 2010. So I guess his ban got lifted. I don't know. Martha Stewart's banned from the UK. The Independent reported Martha Stewart was denied entry to the UK by the Home Office after serving 5 months in prison in 2004 for being found guilty of lying to investigators about whether she and her stockbroker had been involved in insider trading. At the time, the UK Border and Immigration Agency released a statement saying the government continues to oppose entry to the UK for those who have been found guilty of serious criminal offenses abroad. Chris Brown has been banned. Let's see, it says Chris Brown was forced to postpone his UK tour in 2010 after being denied a visa to enter the country after he was sentenced to community service for assaulting Rihanna. Let's see here. Dog the Bounty Hunter, Tyler the Creator. That's the rapper who hates me. For some reason, he's still, every now and then he'll get on, on a radio station and say, I hate Dr. Boyce Watkins. He's an asshole. So I feel sorry for the poor guy, but he's banned. Let's see. In 2015, he actually went to Twitter and said he was banned from the UK for 3 to 5 years because of his lyrics. He says he wrote, based on lyrics from 2009, I'm not allowed in the UK for 3 to 5 years. Although I was there 8 weeks ago, that's why the shows were canceled. Okay, so his manager said Tyler has been banned from the UK for somewhere between 3 to 5 years, per a letter from the Secretary of State for the Home Department of the United Kingdom. The letter specifically cites lyrics he wrote 6 or 7 years ago for his albums Bastard and Goblin. The type of lyrics he hasn't written since. Highlights of the letter include that his work, quote, encourages violence and intolerance of homosexuality, end quote, and, quote, fosters hatred with views that seek to provoke others to terrorist acts. So basically, I guess they're saying Tyler, the Creator, is a terrorist or something. I don't know. I think that it's, we really have to sort of look at our country, look at the West in general, the United States, the UK, et cetera. I think that it's, there's this interesting line where we all know terrorists, are not good for society. Let's say that. We all know that the promotion of terrorism, inciting terrorism is a bad thing. But then what happens, unfortunately, is that it becomes a slippery slope. When you start stealing away certain civil liberties, it starts to push over into areas where basically you just kick people out because they don't agree with you. Like you say, I believe the Bible tells me that marriage should be between one man and one woman. And then next thing you know, somebody's blaming you for the fact that a crazy person beat up a gay person, right? And I think that that's a dangerous place to go. But there's, but given that the West, people in the West, in the UK and the US, they tend to try to claim this moral authority over China, over Africa, and say, look, we're better than them. They look at Uganda, look at the way they treat women in Uganda, look at what they do in Ethiopia, look at what they do in Zimbabwe, right? Well, I don't know. I think that there are a lot of people that see hypocrisy there, and even in the UK, it's fascinating. They've talked about banning Donald Trump, and I'm not going to say Donald Trump's a good guy. I don't like the guy. I wouldn't want to be buddies with him, but on one hand, you're criticizing Trump because he wants to ban certain people from coming to the United States because he believes that that criminals can come in or whatever. And it's not like he's totally lying. I mean, drug traffickers will openly say that, oh yeah, when they started NAFTA and opened up the borders, that was like Christmas time for dope dealers. Like we could just come back and forth across the border and bring whatever drugs we want. But that doesn't mean every person that comes from south of the border is a drug dealer. We know this, right? We're smart. We know this. But what if 1 out of every 100 people, were trafficking drugs? Would that be a reasonable prediction? I don't know, 1%. don't know. And some, what if one out of every 100 committed a crime, was a member of MS-13, going through black neighborhoods, killing black people, whatever, what, like what if that was the case, right? So would that justify, a process, where you say we got to protect the border, so we need you to go through an additional approval process, or in some of y'all, if we see any red flags, we're not letting you in, we're banning you, right? So my point is to say, not to defend Trump's policies, I'm not saying that at all, but what I am saying is that people in Britain that claim that Trump's policies are problematic should really look at their own country and kind of say, well, your policy, where people could say your policies are actually just as bad, probably worse, because, there's no reason Tariq Nasheed should be banned from coming to the UK. No reason at all. Tariq ain't, unless, I mean, if you show me video of Tariq, run around, talking about I'm gonna build a, some sort of bomb, or I want to go kill people, whatever, for what they believe in, then you could talk. But Tariq doesn't do that. Tariq simply gives black history. He gives honest black history in a way that millions of people appreciate. There's no reason Louis Farrakhan should be banned from the United Kingdom. Louis Farrakhan, from what I know, is not connected to any violence or terrorist acts toward anybody. Maybe the reason that they think that outspoken black people are plotting to kill white people is because maybe some of those racist white people are thinking, shit, if you did this to me, I'd be plotting to kill you. So you obviously must be thinking what I'm thinking, because I'm going to project my mental illness onto you. I'm going to project that onto black people. And they don't know that black people don't get down like that. We don't climb into the basement and we don't go as dirty as the people who've done us dirty. We're just not that. That's just not who we are. So anyway, if you go down the list, here's some more people that are banned from the UK. Mike Tyson's banned, apparently over his criminal record. Let's see here. Edward Snowden, who was related to the whole CIA leak. Busta Rhymes is banned. Let me see here. He was stopped at immigration due to unresolved convictions. Let's see here. Who else is banned from the UK? Let me see. I got this list right here. Did I get everybody? Let's see here. There's some other people. I don't know who. There's a guy named Mark Webber, who founded an organization best known for publishing books and articles promoting Holocaust denial. It is considered by many scholars to be central to the international Holocaust denial movement. So once again, like, what if the Holocaust? What if there? I'm not going to deny. I am not a Holocaust denier. But I would kind of want all the evidence, all the information. Like, I think that we have to really sort of look at the society that we have. First of all, if you have a society where you're working that hard to spy on people, ban people, block people, and censor people, then that makes you as bad as a Holocaust denier, because you're denying people's rights to access to information. You're saying, look, because we don't want you to know the truth, we're going to censor the shit out of you. We're going to block you. We're going to ban you. We're going to make sure that we pull up the iron curtain and make sure you can't see behind the curtain or whatever, right? Well, what makes you different from the Holocaust deniers that you claim to have an issue with? When I see people that have unpopular opinions, a lot of times they're like, well, let's lay the facts out. Let's have a debate. And again, let's throw aside a Holocaust denier, because I'm not a Holocaust denier, so I'm not into that. But let's say that you have somebody like a Farrakhan. If you say, look, we're going to ban Louis Farrakhan because Louis Farrakhan is telling lies and he's out here making things up and he's inciting violence. Well, you know what the minister would do? He would say, okay, let's have a public debate. Let's have it on national TV so everybody can see it. You lay your ideas on the table. I've spoken to the minister for many hours at a time, at once, and he's a brilliant man and he's very polite. He will let you get out every single word that you have to say. He will not Fox News you and talk over you. He won't tell you to shut up. He won't tell you that those ideas are not allowed here. He's going to challenge the ideas one by one, right? But then you look on the other side, the people that believe in so-called civil liberties, they don't do that. They don't want people to hear all the information. They don't want people to hear all the facts. They basically want to convince you as a society that they have the right to decide which facts you should and should not have access to. So if you ask me who I trust, well, I trust the motherfucker who's going to give me all the information. Let me make the decision for myself. Don't tell me I'm not a child. Do not tell me that you are protecting me by censoring somebody. I don't even want white supremacists to be censored. I don't want white supremacists to be censored. A white supremacist can say whatever he wants. He can call me all kinds of N-words and monkeys and coons and whatever he wants to call me. I don't care. Because number one, two things, two reasons. This is I know some black folks have a hard time hearing this, but let me explain why I don't care. Number one, I don't really care what some toothless idiot redneck has to say about me. I just don't. You know, white supremacy exists because you're so committed to it, because you give white folks all this attention when they decide they want to call you a name, and then you quit doing what you're doing. You over here building Black Wall Street. You stop building. You like, what'd you call me? I'm gonna go to jail. I'm ready to go to jail, like that guy in Disneyland. I'm ready to go to jail today. I'm ready to go to jail today because you called me to him. Man, I ain't going to jail because you trying to play with my emotions. Like, I'm not gonna let you have that power over me. I'm gonna keep on building. I'm gonna keep laughing at you. Like, whatever, man. Just shut up, you stupid idiot. Right? Second reason that I don't believe in censoring white supremacists or anybody, as long as they ain't out hurting nobody, as long as they ain't trying to kill nobody, I don't care. The other reason I don't believe in censorship of them is because when they start censoring them and they censor them appropriately, you're next. They're coming after you next. When they take down the civil liberties and civil rights of your adversary, they coming after your black ass next. You're next. When they go after the white man for saying white power, the next thing they're going to do is they're going to say, well, we're race neutral here, and you said black power, which is just as bad as saying white power. Well, I'll defend his right to believe in white power because I don't want you fucking with my right to say black power. You know, I believe in black power. I think that's all. And sure, I could try my best to say, well, it's different. You know, he said it and it's racist, but when I said it is different because I'm a protected class. No, that ain't gonna work. That does not work. You see, what happens is that the new form of racism is to act like racism doesn't exist. Is to pretend to be colorblind. Colorblindedness, so-called colorblindedness, that's the new racism. That's when they say, okay, everybody's the same. So if you want me to go and shut down the white supremacist because he said he doesn't like black people, then I can shut you down because you said that you don't like white people. And I can tell you, I sit with black folks. I sit with strong black people every day. And we have good conversations. We have good, hearty conversations about white folks and how they get on. Tell me, yes or no, do you ever sit with some black people where y'all really have a real black conversation and y'all got a lot of really interesting things to say about white people? Like, seriously, y'all know what I'm talking about. Things where if somebody were recording you and you were working and you were the chairman of the board at CBS, that you would probably lose your job. Does anybody have those conversations? I know I do. I have them all the time. I have them every day. I have them in public, which makes me triple stupid, which makes me the biggest idiot in the room. I accept that. I own that, right? So I don't want you fucking with my freedom of speech, so I'm not gonna fuck with yours. I'm smart enough and confident enough in my intellect that I will debate you on any topic if I find it worth my time to even have a debate with you. But half the toothless rednecks I meet ain't even worth a debate. I'm not going to debate with you over whether or not you think black people are inferior or whatever, because that's not even worth having a conversation about. Even if that's what you believe, okay, fine. Believe what you're going to believe. I'll just show you black excellence and my strength and my greatness as a black man just by doing things. I'm not going to try to prove to you that I'm equal to you, because if I got to sit here and argue with you all day and explain to you why we're as good as you are, then that means that your mind is too primitive for us to even find a common ground anyway. So I'm just going to say to you guys, I think a lot of times we get a little too sensitive about what other people say about us. I think that one thing that props up white supremacy is the fact that so many black people believe in it, because the reason that you get so sensitive to what white folks say about you is because deep down you believe that they have an upper hand over you. You believe that they might be really superior. Well, maybe they really are superior. What's wrong to say you're better than us? Maybe they are. No, well, I don't wonder if they are. I don't think I'm as good or better than 99% of the white folks I meet. I know I'm better. I know that I'm smarter. I know that I don't think I am. I know I am, right? And when you think you are, you're constantly trying to prove it, right? But when you know you are, you ain't got to prove shit. You ain't got to prove nothing. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. Prove it to yourself, though. Prove your excellence to yourself. You know, go out and figure out what it is you're trying to do and go do it. And just know that the more you do, the more you build, the greater you become, the more haters you're gonna have, the more people will talk shit about you. And so haters really are a sign of success. People that try to distract you, that's just a test. That's to see, like, can I get you thrown off your game by getting into your head, by attacking a point in your mind that represents an inferiority complex or a chip on your shoulder that you've been carrying around. And some of y'all carrying so many chips that the chips are distracting you from pursuing the true purpose that God has for you. So I just want you to pursue your purpose, love yourself, and I'm just warning you. I'm just telling you straight up. It's not a good thing to push for anybody to be censored, banned, blocked, and shut down, because once the state shuts them down, they're going to shut down black people next. And I don't want, I've been on the radar. I get banned from Facebook once a month for bullshit because you're promoting hate speech because you quoted Malcolm X. Or I shared an article 7 years ago, 6 years ago. They banned me for 30 days for that. That's why we created Blag Enough, which is our social media platform, you know, and it's just stupid. Like, I'm just like, come on, man. And I guess it's because, you know, as a professor, I just believe in the freedom of ideas and the free exchange of ideas. I believe in a good, hearty debate. I don't care if you are a bigot. I don't care if you are a Trump supporter. I don't care if you are. I don't care what you believe. You can be, if you're a feminist or whatever. You know, if you're a liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican, or if I disagree with you and I think you're a good person, for two things. One, I can distinguish between what I think about you as a person and what I think about your ideas. I might say, you know, you're a good person. That's some bullshit, man. You know, let me tell you why that's wrong. Or so that's the first thing. Second thing is, I learned a long time ago that you don't know all the damn answers. You're not right all the time. So why not debate with somebody who disagrees with you so you can learn from them? You know, if you assume that they are as rational as you and that they are as decent as you, then you can understand that the reason they have an opinion that's different from yours is because they have different values from you. They have a different perspective from you. So even though, just to tell y'all the truth, even though y'all know me, I'm not down with feminism. I think feminism, white feminism especially, is one of the greatest threats to the freedom of the black man in America. The case of Quintez Cephas, which he just got acquitted, by the way, in Wisconsin. The case of Quintez Cephas, Albert Wilson, stuff like that are examples of feminism gone wild, toxic feminism. But as much as I have an issue with it, I have friends that are feminists, and I will listen to them, and I try to understand why that ideology for them is a solution to some of the struggles that they faced as women, right? So that's it. This is my stream of consciousness on the whole UK Tariq Nasheed thing. If you want to know what I think Tariq is cool. I think Hidden Colors is great. I believe in supporting the film. I'm very, very proud of what Tariq has built with Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was in part 3. He didn't ask me to be in 4 and 5, so I don't think I did a good job. But that was the Fat Boys, so he should probably call up the not so Fat Boys. But then again, no, I'm just kidding. I think that I was in there one time. That's all I need. I got a platform. I'd rather have other smart black people get access to the platform. But you know, at the end of the day, I think that the ban is wrong. I think it's ridiculous, and I think it's only going to serve to fuel the strength that he has in the UK, because now, you know, he becomes the bad boy. You know, he gets to say, I was banned from the UK, and that's a marketing tool, right? Because the internet can't be stopped in the UK. The internet, they might have some restrictions on free speech, but right now, some of you right now are watching from London and other parts of England, you know, Scotland, you know, from different parts of the United Kingdom. So I think that what they're actually doing inadvertently is they don't understand that when you're just constantly running around trying to ban people, trying to stop that which is virtually unstoppable, it ultimately ends up being a case of you putting grease on a grease fire. Like you've literally helped Tariq Nasheed sell, you know, thousands more copies of Hidden Colors and boost his reputation throughout the United Kingdom. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy about it. I think it's great. You know, I really do. I think it's great. So good luck to him and good luck to you all, and God bless you. And You know, I don't know if I hope they don't. I hope they don't ban me because I love my friends in Black London. I ain't there trying to hurt nobody. I ain't trying to build no bombs or nothing. I just want my people to get strong, and I want my people to build wealth and to win. But anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. I'm gonna go take me a nap. So you guys have a good day. Hit the thumbs up button. Also, don't forget tonight we're in the Black Business School, the BBS. We're doing a free event for those who are interested in becoming property owners. It's called the Emancipation Equation. We did it last night. It was very, very good. It was completely sold out. It's totally packed. Sold out meaning it was a free event. So it was online, so you could watch from anywhere in the world. And everybody loved it. If you were there last night, shout it out and tell everybody how great it was. And so if you want to join us again tonight, which is August 3rd, that's the time of this recording, all you got to do is sign up at theemancipationequation.com. THE, that's theemancipationequation.com. And don't forget, I'll be in Los Angeles next on April 11th. You can go to drboycelosangeles.com. Use the code word HARVEST. I think there's a couple more spots to use the code word HARVEST. You can get half off this seminar. There's only so many tickets that are discounted, but you can use the code word HARVEST if your money's tight. Feel free to do that. So it's drboycelosangeles.com. And also don't forget the All Black National Convention happens the weekend of September 27th. So if you'd like to do that, if you'd like to join us in Houston, which is going to be an amazing event, it's a great networking opportunity. We're going to cover everything from investing to real estate to love and relationships, politics, women's panels, men's panels, all that stuff. Willie D from the Ghetto Boys will be joining us. Dr. George Frazier, who you've seen on this channel, Vicki Dillard, who you've seen here on this channel, Nicole Price, who's a leadership expert. Just so many great people will be there. So go to allblacknationalconvention.com. That's allblacknationalconvention.com. Julius, I see you asking about this shirt. Our apparel store is down for a little bit now, but when it's back up, I'll let you know. And I would love for you guys to rep your Black Business School gear. You guys see I have my flag behind me. I have a banner behind me. I have it on my screen. That's the Panther is our logo because Panthers are strong. Panthers will fight your ass, and Panthers will move ahead no matter what you try to do to slow them down. So that's why we picked the Panther as our logo, because the Panther means a lot to Black people and it means a lot to us. So we want the Black Business School to be the Harvard for Black people. And if you don't believe us, then don't believe us, just watch. You know, show up and just try it out. Just go see. Just try it out. Everything has a money back guarantee, so there's no risk to you at all. But just try us out, and you will find that we are better than any university in this country, or we will go hit toe to toe with any business school in America. And the difference is we're not going to ask you to go borrow $100,000 so you can go to school here. We don't have any of our students. We don't leave them in debt at all. So feel free to give it a try. I think you'll like it. We have wealth experts waiting for you to talk to you right now at theblackbusinessschool.com. So feel free to go check that out. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button before you go. I'm going to head on out of here. So once again, good luck to Tariq. I invited Tariq to come on the channel. I know he's promoting his film, but if he gets some time to come through, he's invited to roll through. If not, that's fine too. It's always low. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Have a great day. Peace.